I know you are carrying much pain and worry. Your shoulders have been bearing burdens for too long, and your heart seems heavier than ever. But dear child, don't forget that in every dark night, there's always a guiding light, and that light is hope. In this life, sometimes we feel lost, as if standing amidst a great storm. The strong winds and pouring rain make our legs want to collapse. But do you know? It is in the weakest moments that we find our true strength. Every challenge, every pain is a stepping stone on your path. Don't avoid it. Don't be afraid. Because when you face it, you will discover unknown abilities within your heart. From here, you will learn how to stand up on your own. But the question you must ask yourself is, are you willing to open your heart to forgive? Forgive yourself. Forgive those who have hurt you. That is the only way you can find true peace in your heart. So now, which path will you choose? Share your thoughts with us, so we can go through these big waves together. And remember, you never have to walk alone. I am always here, by your side. When you stand before a decision, in the silence, you will hear the echo of what is right, what is wrong. Is that whisper your own? Or is it the call of a greater force trying to awaken your conscience? There are many crossroads, but only one path leads to the truth. Your heart feels it, but do your legs have the courage to walk it? You can choose silence, but you know that sometimes silence is the strongest confession. Can you turn your back on the cries for help that only you can hear? Between the brightness of justice and the darkness of denial, where do you want to rest? What you choose today will echo in your heart forever. Do you see? Everyone you meet is an opportunity to see yourself in them. Are they pieces of the truth you're seeking, or ghosts from past mistakes? When you face the truth, it's not just a test of courage, but also a lesson in compassion. Do you have enough kindness to forgive those who have hurt you? Have you ever wondered, if you took a different path, how things would be? Life is a series of choices, but only a few decisions truly define who we are. This silence, it's not emptiness. It's where your true thoughts can speak the thoughts you've tried to bury deep. You can choose the easy way, but you can also choose the harder path, the path only those who dare to face their own fears will take. Look deep into the eyes of the person opposite you. What will you see? It's a reflection of yourself, with all the mistakes, hopes, and fragility. In the end, can you ask yourself, what is most important in this life? Love, fame, wealth, or simply a peaceful sleep each night? Perhaps you think life is a series of random events. But what you don't know is that every step you take is observed. Every choice is recorded. When you seek forgiveness, remember that it's not just about being forgiven by others. It's also about forgiving yourself. Can you feel it? Your heart is calling, but is it a call of fear or of hope? Do you dare to follow the path your heart chooses? So now, what will you do? Will you choose the easy way and avoid, or will you continue with determination and accept the truth, even if it's difficult? The answer is not far away. It lies in your own hands. Do you dare to reach out and make a choice? We are all waiting. Have you ever wondered why this world seems to turn its back on you? I am always here, but you have closed the door of your heart yourself. The love I give requires no conditions. But are you willing to open up to receive it? Every step you take in your life, I have always watched over. But you try to ignore me as if you don't need me. Is the freedom you crave actually the burden of loneliness you're carrying? When you fall, I was there. Not to judge, but to open my arms, embracing the broken pieces within you. So why do you still turn away, as if this love doesn't exist? Do you feel the emptiness inside? It's not your failure, but my call, the call you've forgotten to listen to amidst the noise and chaos of life. My love is like a river, never ceasing to flow, even if you obstruct it or turn away. But are you willing to drink from that river, to find true peace? You've searched for love in so many places, from fleeting things to people who are only temporarily present. But have you ever asked yourself where true love is? Have you missed it right before your eyes? Every decision you make, no matter how small, leads to the shaping of your path. But do you dare to face yourself, To understand that perhaps I have always been the answer to your unspoken questions? I have given you freedom, but that doesn't mean you have to go alone. Do you know that my love is not binding, but it is the key for you to truly understand the value of freedom? Do you see that everything in this life has its reason? Every joy, sorrow, and even confusion. Sometimes the answer you need doesn't lie in perfection, but in the unconditional love I have always given. In this chaotic world, do you realize who has always been by your side? The love I have for you has never faded, but will you accept it instead of running away? The truth doesn't lie in what you see with your eyes, but in the feeling deep inside. My love is the light in the darkness, but do you have enough courage to follow it, even if you have to face yourself? Have you ever wondered why things don't seem as expected? It's not because you've done wrong, but because you haven't believed in the love I've given. Will you dare to believe in what you cannot see? If you could lay down all burdens, would you be willing to do it? Because the love I give demands nothing from you, just that you're willing to relax, to be guided in that love. Sometimes you're so busy searching for answers that you don't realize the answer has always been here. I never leave you behind, but can you stop running from my love and accept it? My love is not a challenge you have to overcome. It is simply an unconditional presence. But can you love yourself enough to accept that you deserve that love? Now it's time for you to choose. Are you willing to let go of your prejudices to receive the unconditional love I've always given? Do you have enough courage to take the first step, not for anyone else, but for yourself? I see the burden on your shoulders. Come, trust me with all your heart. Let me help carry the burdens you've held onto for so long. Every morning when you seek me, I am here. When life's challenges overwhelm you, I will be your peaceful refuge. Those burdens are not yours alone. They have been shared since you were born. Do you feel your heart heavy? Each heartbeat is a conflict between freedom and bondage. Each step you take is a mark of the journey you've imposed on yourself. But have you ever asked why you choose to hold on to things that make you suffer instead of letting go? The fear of loss makes you hold on to everything, even when those things drain your soul. But do you know, only when you dare to let go can you truly possess yourself. When you close your eyes, imagine a pair of wide-open wings. Those are the wings of hope, of freedom, but you've never dared to use them. What has bound you to the ground? Think about this. All the suffering you bear, does it truly belong to you? Or are you simply carrying it through this life? Perhaps you thought that endurance makes you strong. But I tell you, true strength doesn't come from endurance, but from the courage to let go of things that don't belong to you. Your heart has endured too long. Each wound is a story, but not every story needs to be kept forever. Allow yourself to heal. Do you feel, when the burden is released, your steps become lighter? As if you can walk over high hills without feeling tired. When you give trust, you lose nothing. In fact, you receive more. Let me help you. Don't keep holding onto the pain in silence anymore. When you dare to let go of what is no longer necessary, that is when you find yourself. You will see a new world, a new light, and you will realize freedom has always been within reach. Each moment you choose to release a part of the burden, your heart becomes lighter. You will find peace in your soul, like the gentle breezes of early morning. Sometimes the hardest choice is not to endure, but to learn to let go. And that is the true test of courage. The question you must ask yourself, are you willing to let go of what is no longer necessary? Are you ready to step into a new chapter, where you rediscover peace and freedom? Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel, what makes your soul heavy? Can you let it go right here, right now? Now you must decide. Will you choose to keep the burden, or will you let it go to find peace? Let me hear your answer. In this moment, you are standing before the threshold of something you've never seen. Your heart is anxious, but remember, darkness never prevails over the light of trust. Every step you take, whether uncertain or sure, is a reflection of the faith you've chosen. Will you let fear shape the future, or choose the light of faith to guide you? Do you remember the day when the world around you collapsed, but your heart found a strange peace. That is the power of faith, steadfast and enduring, despite all adversity. I don't promise that this path will be easy, but I promise I will never abandon you. Is your faith strong enough to overcome the challenges ahead? Sometimes you won't see a way out, but believe that I am always here. Even if you cannot see me, I am shaping your future with invisible care. Your tears are not meaningless. Each drop is a silent prayer, and I hear them all. Do you believe that those tears will soon bloom into flowers of hope? When everything seems to fall apart, that's when you need to be most steadfast. Let the pains and challenges be the fire that tests your faith. People easily lose faith when facing difficulties, but remember, you're not walking alone. Faith is not something to hold on to only when things are favorable, but when everything becomes most obscure. Ask yourself, are you willing to give up everything to keep your faith? Faith is not just words. It's an unshakable determination. Life will throw at you questions without immediate answers, but faith will give you the strength to wait for the unveiling of the truth. There will be times when you have to face a difficult choice between what you want and what you need. I ask you, are you willing to give up what you want to keep your faith? Faith is the greatest challenge humanity faces. Not because we don't know the answer, but because sometimes you have to find it within your own heart. Look into your heart. Faith is not just hoping for something good. Faith is recognizing that even when everything is dark, the light is still somewhere, waiting for you to find it. The trials you're going through are not to weaken you, but to strengthen your faith. I am not here to remove all difficulties, but to go through them with you. If you believe that everything will become easy, then your faith isn't deep enough. Faith isn't to avoid hardship, but to help you stand firmer in every battle. And now you must choose. Will you let your faith be greater than your fear, or will you let fear dictate your decisions? The choice is yours. Amid the darkness of life, have you forgotten the light within your heart? The place where you find comfort isn't out there, but within you, isn't it? Sometimes you wonder if the love I have for you remains intact. But remember that love never fades, even when you feel alone. You have doubted my presence, but hasn't there always been a faint hope lighting your way every time you look up? Failure has weighed heavily on your heart, but have you ever thought that from there, you've learned what true strength is? Do you see that through tears, through suffering, you're growing step by step? Is it in weakness that you find true strength? In life, sometimes you will be tested, but remember, tests aren't to bring you down, but to help you stand stronger. Joy isn't only found in moments of victory, but also when you stumble and then stand up. Isn't each time you rise, joy becomes more precious? When you look back on the past, isn't what you fear most not failure, but that you gave up hope within yourself? I'm not only by your side when you're happy, but also when you're suffering. Isn't it in that pain that you feel closer to me? Have you ever thought that this journey isn't just about winning, but also about discovering yourself, finding out what truly matters to you? I don't ask you to be perfect, only that you be honest with yourself. Isn't that sincerity what's most important? Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will take care of itself. Live fully for today. Isn't every present moment a gift I give you? Your wounds won't be meaningless if you learn to love and cherish yourself more. Is it from there that you truly find joy? In darkness, you always have a choice. Either get lost or find the light within your soul. What will you choose? Ultimately, only you can decide who you are. So, are you willing to become the person I always believed you could be? And now that you've heard these words, what will you do? Will you have the courage to step up, face your challenges, and find joy and safety in your soul? Sometimes you feel like everything around is an endless night, no light, no way out. But deep down, there's a glimmer of hope shining softly, whispering, "Keep going. Good things will come." In each moment you waver between despair and hope, what you choose isn't easy. Are you willing to face your own fears, to look straight at the ghosts of the past? Every scar you bear tells a story, a battle you've survived. So why are you still afraid that you'll fall in the next battle? How can you know what's right or wrong when everything around becomes blurred, fading in hesitation? Have you ever thought that your conscience can also be deceived? The hardest choices are often the ones without clear right or wrong. They're just crossroads, taking you further from your comfort zone, forcing you to face the truth about yourself. I cannot tell you what your future will be like, but the only thing I can promise is that you will never have to walk alone. Your strength doesn't come from overcoming everything, but from daring to stand up every time you fall. There will be times when you feel betrayed by those you trust the most, but what will you do? Forgive, to find peace in your heart, or hold on to the pain so it gnaws at you each day? Looking back on the road you've traveled, what do you see? Do the things you've done mean anything if in the end you lose your true self? Or is it that holding on to your essence has cost you dearly? In every sacrifice, there is a price. The question is, what are you willing to pay for? Is it worth what you've lost, or are you just running away from the truth? When your heart is torn between reason and emotion, between good and evil, what will you choose? Is the truth always worth it, even if it causes pain and division? If you could turn back time, would you choose a different path? Or have your mistakes made you who you are today? Do you dare to sacrifice personal happiness to pursue a greater goal? And if that goal makes you become a stranger to yourself, would you still call it victory? When anger burns in your heart, do you dare to let it go to seek peace? Or will you let it burn everything around you, only to find yourself standing amidst ashes? The values you hold on to, are they truly yours? Or are you carrying others' imposed ideas? Do you have the courage to break those molds and live true to yourself? Every step you take will lead to a result. But sometimes, the result isn't the most important thing. It's the journey through hardships and challenges that makes you stronger each day. And now I ask you, will you choose to move forward, face this journey, or stop here? That decision isn't anyone else's. It's yours. Answer yourself and let this journey belong to you. You have stood before challenges that seemed insurmountable. Your heart has wavered at times, but look, the light still flickers at the horizon. It is there that hope will shine. There are times you think, is all this effort really worth it? But no, effort is never in vain. Everything has meaning. Every moment prepares you for something greater. When you face darkness, remember that even in the deepest darkness, the smallest light is enough to lead the way. Don't let fear cloud your eyes. Believe that every difficulty is a stepping stone. Do you know? Every decision, every action you take today is weaving your future. Sometimes just a bit of courage, one more strong step, and you'll see your efforts rewarded. Faith, my child, is the flame that lights the night. But to keep that flame from extinguishing, you must continue to ignite hope and perseverance, even when everything seems against you. There are doors that only you can open, journeys that only you can take. You are standing at the crossroads of destiny. Remember that every step is a decision for the future. The pain you're bearing isn't the end, but a hyphen leading to new chapters of life. Each wound will be a mark of strength when you look back. When others doubt you, remember that true strength doesn't come from external acknowledgement, but from unwavering inner belief. Don't stop believing in yourself. Success isn't an easy destination, but what makes it sweet are the challenges you've overcome. Each stumble is a new lesson learned, so you'll stand up stronger. Looking towards the future, do you see? The paths are opening up, but only you can decide which one to walk. Step forward with faith, even if you don't know what's waiting ahead. Sometimes, life will put you in situations that make you wonder if it's right to continue. That's when faith is tested most strongly, and that's also when you prove your inner strength. I am here, in every step you take, in every breath. When you fall, I will lift you up. When you're lost, I will be the guiding light. Trust, because I am always by your side. Great things are waiting for you, but only when you dare to take risks. Dare to believe in the path you've chosen. Can you reach them? Don't let fear stop you, because what you're seeking lies just beyond the final challenge. When everything seems out of control, stop and take a deep breath. I have arranged everything to prepare a more wonderful journey for you. You just need patience and trust. Have you ever wondered what future I promise? It's when you find yourself. Amidst all the trials, amidst the chaos, you will realize that you have always been the answer to all your questions. Now that you understand, what will you do next? Will you continue with faith in yourself? Will you face all challenges with determination? Your choices will decide everything. Now I ask you, my beloved child, do you trust me completely? Are you willing to offer your heart without hesitation? If you do, I promise to fill your life with peace, joy, and abundant blessings. Share this love with others. Let them see the miracles happening in your life. You are not alone. Trust me and watch how I change your world. Have you ever faced the choice between faith and fear? Leave your thoughts below. Together, we will find the answer.